Hi everybody, welcome to Deb's Way, and I'm Deb. You are here for another hashtag Tea Tuesday. Cheers! I've got my iced tea again. It is another hot day in Central Florida, even though we're supposed to be getting some rain, but it's bright and sunny outside right now. Not even a storm cloud in the sky, but they're saying it's supposed to storm in, well, just any time now. We'll see. Earlier today, William and I went out to run a few errands, one of which was to get our haircuts. And that's why my hair is like this, okay? I just let the hairdresser do whatever she wants to do after she's done trimming it up and let it go for the day. I figure it's okay, no biggie, you know. It's clean, you know, what else can I say? But anyway, and while William was getting his hair cut, I went next, door, kind of down a few doors in the shopping plaza, and I went to Publix to do our grocery shopping. And boy, didn't get out of there for much under $200 this time around. I did get some meats that were on sale, and I stocked up on that. Not a lot, I just bought their ground round was on sale for $3.99 a pound, but you had to buy 3 pounds or more. And I bought a package of like 3 to 4 pounds, okay? And then their bagged shrimp was on sale, and I bought a bag of that because I like to fix up some shrimp to go in some of the rice meals that I do. And that just adds a little something to the meal. So that's the meat that I bought primarily. Not a lot. And then the rest was like a few vegetables and, odds and ends. Did stock up on some canned beans that William wanted. He likes to have a dinner of fried potatoes and red beans, and then I always throw in a green veggie of some sort into the meal. That's a good meal for him. He is happy with that kind of meal, so okay. Now I have extra beans on hand for his meal. That's the only thing. When I went through the pantry areas making my shopping list, beans was the only thing on the list that I didn't have enough of, so I stocked up on that. Outside of that, we are not doing too much else today. I will be starting dinner here before too long, and I'm making mini meatloaves. I've made them before here, but it's been a while, and William loves his meatloaf. So instead of making, the big meatloaf, which if I make that, I'm doing good if I get him to eat a leftover meal of that. Eat the main meal once it's freshly cooked, and then maybe have it as a leftover a night or two afterwards. He does not like leftovers. So making a big meatloaf a lot of it goes to waste. So what I've started doing is I make mini meatloaves, and I'll cook up 2 mini meatloaves, one for each of us. That will be our dinner tonight with other stuff, potato and a veggie of some sort. And then I will freeze the rest of the meatloaf mixture unbaked and just pull out a couple loaves as I need them, as I want to bake them up. That is the way I do it. So no meatloaf goes to waste. I did start cleaning out my veggie garden in the back. I don't have a big one, but it needed weeding, and I had a cucumber plant that flowered up and started vining like crazy, but I never got any cucumbers from it. I ripped that out. So I've cleaned out the gardening beds that I have, and I'm starting to get things ready for replanting for the fall. Hopefully I'll get some cucumbers this time around. I don't know why I didn't get them, in the early summer at least, but I'm still getting a couple of green beans here and there, and I've got some itty bitty tomatoes that are coming up. They're green yet, but this is the time of year for tomatoes here in Central Florida too, so I'm going to be taking care of them. And like I said, fixing up my beds, the garden beds out there for replanting. But I've just started taking care of that. It's kind of a slow motion thing for me. I can only do a little bit at a time, especially in this heat. But I do, like when I take Ginger outside, I'll do a chore in the garden while she's taking care of her business. But that's about all we've got going on around here right now. Hard to say what the rest of the week is going to bring us. You know, we kind of take a day at a time around here. So for right now, I'm going to sign off Tea Tuesday and start cooking dinner. And I'm going to take you over to the kitchen area and show you as I cook. Okay? So let's do that. Okay, we're here in the kitchen and I'm getting ready here to start our mini meatloaves. So I've got all the ingredients out here on the counter and I'm going to bring you around and let you see what all goes into this. And as I make it, I'm going to be doing this in the air fryer. And we do have a new air fryer too. I'll show you that when I get to that stage. But first of all, let me bring you around and give you a look at the ingredients. And I'm going to be putting it together too. All right, I've got my trusty mixing bowl here, the big size one. And what I'm going to do is start mixing. I've got my hamburger here, and I'm using just regular ground beef. 1.5 pounds. You can mix pork with it if you want to. I just use all beef. And then I need 1 package of this Lipton's onion soup. I cut up about half of a big onion and half of a big green pepper. So that's all going in at the same time here. About 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. I'm actually going to put just a little, I'm going to put it all in. You either take 2 small beef bouillon cubes or 1 large one. Here is what I have. That's going to go in the mix, and I just kind of crunch it up a bit. Two eggs, about 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, and also I do have some minced garlic. I'm just adding a little bit of that in here too. One small can, and this is 6 ounces actually, of tomato paste, and I'm using one that has basil, garlic, and oregano. Okay. And one tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. And now what I'm going to do is mix this all up. This is the mixture, and yes, I've taken my rings off, my hands are clean. You just mix it all up in the bowl and make it into small loaves. And I'm going to be, I don't know right off how many loaves this is going to make up, maybe 6. I'm going to make up 2 to air fry tonight, and the rest of them are going to go in the freezer as a small loaf to be pulled out later on. I'll bring it back when I'm ready to put the loaves in the air fryer. This is really gooey, ooky gooey. I've made I've got 1 loaf for each pan here. I have a new air fryer, it's a Ninja, and it has 2 compartments. So I've got 1 loaf per compartment. Here's the other one. See, I just formed them into small loaves. So this is my air fryer. And I'm going to turn it on, set it to air fry. 390 comes up automatically, but I don't want to cook it that hot, so I'm going to turn the temp down. I'm going to try 350 to begin with. And I'm cooking in this oven as well, so I want to match cook, 350. Let me see what the time is. 20 minutes, that's fine. So I'm going to get it started here, and I'll come back in about 10 minutes to check it out and see how everything is doing. But in the meantime, just to see if you guys noticed, let me put the meatloaf out of the way here. I am wearing the apron that I won from Ian Wygath's channel. Thank you, Ian. I don't think I got it too messy today. Well, I got it a little messy down there, but it'll wash. But I won this for naming his tea kettle. First time wearing it. And it's going to go on a wash right away again. Anyway, thank you, Ian. Now what I'm going to do is package up the rest of this meatloaf here in the bowl into little loaves and put them in the freezer. I separated the loaf to show you it's very well done, and that's the way we like our meat. So we're going to go eat potatoes and Brussels sprouts on the side. Hope you're all having a good one out there. You take care. I'll be talking to you again real soon, but it's going to be bye for this time. And happy Tea Tuesday.